Hello and welcome to my 12th installment of Things to See and Do in Paris. Today we're going to have a look at Backstreets in Paris that have a little bit of history and interest. So at the moment we're in Rue de l'Abreuvoir in Montmartre, and we're outside La Maison Rose, which is a famous bar, now restaurant as well, where Pablo Picasso and Albert Camus used to frequent. If we scan across, there's a magnificent old building. The streets are small. This is the wall to the garden behind Sacré-Cœur, and we're just going to go down this street and have a look at a couple of magnificent buildings. Just 20 meters down from the Rose restaurant, we come to a magnificent old building. And a gentleman by the name of Commandant Henri Lachouc, who was a biographer of Napoleon Bonaparte, lived in this building. And next to it is the famous Pink House. Apparently it used to be a bar, but now it's famous for being pink. It's a narrow street, made even more narrow by having bollards all the way down. So the Pink House and the home of Henri Lachouc. Rue de l'Abreuvoir. At the top of Rue Coteau, we turn left into Rue du Mont-Cenis. This is not a street where you drive your car. I'll show you why. Oops, seems to be a very short street. But when you're in Montmartre, put on your walking shoes, take your climbing rope, because there are so many streets that end up like this. Yeah, you've got 10 meters of street, and then you've got these three layers of stairs, and it goes out into a beautiful street. But it's tiring, up and down stairs. And but you get a beautiful view from up here, because we're at the top of the mountain, just behind the Basilica Sacré-Cœur, and we're high up in the mountain, so you do get a beautiful view. Okay, so yep, take it easy. Well, this is not strictly a street. These are the famous steps that take you up to Sacré-Cœur Basilica. I told you before, you better bring your mountain gear. Your mountain climbing gear, that is. Yeah. Well, you need to be pretty fit to go up. For those who like to work in fabric, make your own clothes, curtains, whatever, I'm now standing in the center of the fabric area in Montmartre. On the corner of Rue Saint-Pierre and Rue Livingston, we have nothing but shop after shop after shop that sells fabric. We're going to take a wander down Rue Livingston. These are big stores. They're like fabric supermarkets. I tried to get inside one of these stores and I was told off, so I'm not allowed to film from inside, but you get an idea of all the fabric shops here, even out in the street. And it goes on and on. Better step off the street. And it goes on and on. And there are many more, but I think we'll stop here. Let me introduce you to Rue du Chat-qui-Pêche. This being the narrowest street in Paris. It's a very old street. It was first established in 1540. The story goes that in the 1600s, a man of the cloth lived in this street. Well, not in the street, but in the building to our left here, with a black cat. And this black cat had a habit, so the story goes, of actually hopping across the street and being able to scoop a fish out of the river Seine with its paw. Some school children saw it, got horrified, thought it was black magic, and so made this little story famous, because they told everybody, and everybody came to this narrow street, which is only 25 odd meters long and 1.8 meters wide. People come in here and have their photo taken with their arms outstretched touching the walls. So that's La Rue du Chat-qui-Pêche, the street of the cat that fishes. We are in Rue Jean de Beauvais. It's a lovely little street. As you can see, it ends up in a little staircase there that goes up to Rue des Écoles. Now, why are we in this street? Well, what we're looking at now is a school. Well, it was a school, and it was famous because Cyrano de Bergerac attended this school in the early 1600s. We all know the story of Cyrano de Bergerac. He was the famous musketeer, swordsman, soldier who died in the Battle of Arras in 1655. Not too many people actually are aware of this little area. It's not a big street, but they should be if you know who Cyrano de Bergerac was. you know, he was more famous for having the big nose than being a philosopher, swordsman, soldier, musketeer, man of the world. We're now in Rue de la Montagne Saint-Geneviève. Little street, almost into the centre of the Latin Quarter, but we're here because I want to show you a very old area this is. Okay, those steps there at the church, Saint-Geneviève. If ever you saw the movie Midnight in Paris, they are the steps that Owen Wilson waited at midnight for the car to pick him up and take him back to the early 1900s. We're outside the historic church of Saint-Médard, which was built in the 16th century. This is at the bottom of Rue Mouffetard, and we have a very attractive building here. Lots of designs. I hope you can see it properly. And on Sundays in this square we have a couple of people playing the accordion and singing, and people dance, and why not? It's a lovely spot. Very popular bar. Alain Ducasse, a famous chocolatier here in France. Famous tea shop. Rue Mouffetard, always busy, great street to be in the heart of the Latin Quarter. Rue Mouffetard, with many of its restaurants, bars, takeaway stalls, and always lots of people. My local bar. This is the heart of the Latin Quarter, so called because when it was first settled, way back in the day, the people who settled here were friars, monks, people of the cloth, and they spoke Latin. So that's why it's called the Latin Quarter. It was originally a village outside the main part of Paris, and in actual fact it still retains the feeling of a village, separate from everywhere else in Paris. folks. Rue de Seine. Great street to browse in art galleries. Okay, Aussies, when you come to Paris, come down Rue de Seine and visit the Aborigine Gallery. Yeah, actually it's quite nice, quite nice. There are pieces in here. They're all for sale, but then why come to Paris and buy art when you can buy the Aboriginal art in Australia? All these art pieces are for sale, but I think you need a couple of dollars in your pocket. But you can browse, and that's free. One of the few remaining small streets left in its original state is Cours de Commerce Saint-André. Have a little look. Down this street you'll find mostly restaurants and bars. Very popular spot at lunchtime and night time. There are not many of these tiny, historic, ancient streets left in Paris. They've all been modernised. But this is one that is not. We are now in a delightful little street called Rue Crémieux. Most of the houses have been painted in different colours, with lots of shrubbery along the footpath. Cobblestone street. It's only a short walk from Gare de Lyon railway station, and if you've got a decent camera you can take some fantastic photos in this little street. And you think I'm the only one taking photos in this little street? No. If you're coming to Paris for the Olympic Games, have a look at my series of things to see and do in Paris. It'll give you a handy idea of what to expect, and you'll see some places where the tourist buses won't take you. In the meantime, in this beautiful little street, I want to thank you for watching. Give me a like and subscribe, and stay positive, keep smiling. Until next time, bye for now.